This is a magazine review of Psycho. Now, this came out in 1973, number 12, and it's from a company called Skywald Horror Mood Publication. And there's 68 pages. It's a mix of science fiction, horror, thriller, and the plain weird. It's a very broad church there. And a number of other magazines, and there's one on the back, Scream. There was also Nightmare was another magazine. So you've got Psycho. It's predominantly in black and white, with the colours in cover, and it's got a number of stories. Now, the first one is The Mad Doll Man, so you know where you are in terms of story here. Now, of course, this is an old copy. It's very seen better days, and it's a good story where there's always twists in the end of these stories. Sort of odd, an odd train journey with this doll man. There's also the next one, Lunatic Picnic, which it's done in that sort of 1970s style that I quite like, actually. Hewitson and Cesar. And the story, well, there's not much of a story particularly. Most of the stories are like about 6 pages, and it's okay. That's the best way to describe it. But it's well drawn. The Truth Behind the Horror of Salem. There's a nice little article here, a little bit one all about Salem, various comments about obviously what happened. This is like obviously 1692, etc. Then Studies into Horror, and this is a great one. This is quite a. They did a lot of these odd ones where it was basically 2 pages. This guy just in front of obviously a gallery painting macabre paintings, and he goes around next time, all that sort of stuff. Now, I'm not saying if he was a recurring character. It's possible. That's the thing. I haven't got many issues with this, so it's possible that it's recurring. There is a really, really brilliant, complete volume all about Skywald Horror Mood, and that's worth checking out. This one's quite a good story. This one's an ant story. Basically, this guy's haunted by the ants. And again, there's twist endings. And it's good. It's good. It's good yarn. There's another one here where... well, it's basically a continuation. Obviously, it's a story. It's very odd. I don't want to spoil it because I don't want to turn around and do this whole thing being spoilers. But also back issues, never to be forgotten library back issues. There's the Crime Machine, Hell Rider, Psycho. So there's a way of you could get all these annuals and things that they brought out. This one's quite a nice one. The Swordsman of Sarn. It's a sort of Empire of the United Star Worlds. And well, it's a decent enough yarn, drawn pretty reasonably well, but it's a continuation story, one of those stories that to be continued kind of thing. Then you've got Asylum, you've got Movie Macabre Screen Review, Asylum. Now, I have no idea about that film. Asylum, apparently it looks like Peter Cushing and Barbara Parkins was in it, and it's Robert Bloch. Look, I never know how he says his name. Also got obviously nice loads and loads of comments there, and then the Heap. This is a new Heap, and you've got the Heap, which is sort of like the Man-Thing, Swamp Thing character. The drawing, I have to say, is a bit rough. It's unusual. And also, the last story is an asylum story. Welcome to my asylum. And again, that's got a twist. I mean, they've all got twists. There is no story where there's no sort of twist ending. So I think it's just a nice little magazine. If you can pick up copies of this, I think it's certainly worth checking out. I wouldn't say that it is the most amazing thing, but it had its own style, is the best way of describing it. And if you like this sort of horror, weird, I think this is a decent enough magazine.